Hello YouTube, this is Dexter Nolan here with a brand new video for you guys. Today I won't be bringing you a deck profile like usual, but I will be bringing you some card discussions, which I've never really done on my channel. But I feel this is a really good time to expand into other areas of Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, this is a card I've been maining in a lot of my decks at 3 for a while now. It was seen little to no play at all last format, or the format before, or any format before the Necros formats. This was because it didn't really do too well against really Burning Abyss because they floated. The Scarm Search is usually floated, even if it went into the tour guide, even then it was like whatever. Otherwise, I don't really know why I didn't see play. I guess because it was just a 1-for-1 and it wasn't as game breaking as it is against Necros. But this is a really good card against pretty much every deck. Let's look at the meta really at the moment, and it's Necros at the first place, and it's just so good against them because you can chain this to a Kaleido Mirror and hit a Unicorn out of their hand if you know they're summoning that, which you usually do know. If they search Trish and you know they're going to Trish you, if they activate Cycle or Mirror, you can just chain this, knock the Trish out of their hand, or the Shrip if you know they're using a Shrip, and the summon becomes incomplete. Or what they sometimes have to do is complete the summon in a different way. So, for example, if they've Valk, Trish, Shrit, and activate a Cycle, and they've no cards in the graveyard as a target, let's just say, for example, and you knock the Trish out of their hand, they have to complete the summon with the Valk. And like a Valk with no Manju or Senju, force activate its own effect, like it's not really that good. So it's an incredible card in that matchup. Against Shadows, which are probably the second most popular deck at the moment, at least in my opinion, or from the stats, I guess. It knocks the Shadow Fusions they add back out of their hand. They don't really search that often. Usually you don't hit what they search with Hedgehog because, you know, that's usually a floater because it's a shit-all monster. And they usually make mistakes, but don't let that put you off. It doesn't mean that they're not adding stuff to their hand. It just means that they're not searching their deck for stuff. So they still add back stuff like with Shadow Fusion, Shadow Core, and that kind of stuff. Like when Construct dies, it adds back the fusion spell, so you can knock that out of their hand. It's really good because that kind of slows them down. Because without the fusions, they're like a pretty shitty deck. They're like a slow version of VA with some kind of coolish scent effects, like Dragon to pop one and Beast to draw. I don't know. Against Burning Abyss, it doesn't really do anything, but they've kind of fallen into obscurity. I guess you can Mind Crush something that they're revealing to summon. This will cause, obviously, Mind Crush to resolve first, knocking that out of the hand. The revealing is a cost for the effect to special summon from hand, or it just has to happen. I'm not sure if it's actually a cost. So yeah, that'll stop that card. It won't get its float effect because it's already revealed to special summon, therefore you can only use one Burning Abyss effect per turn. That applies here too. Knocks Tour Guides, I guess, out of the hand if they've searched it with Scarm. It doesn't really, you don't really know what else they're searching. They don't really search for anything other than those. At least not that I can think of. The spells and traps are kind of mediocre, I think. Far Lake is best, but I've already, you don't really search Far Lake. You might add back of a Dante. I guess you could hit that, but generally that's up to the player, and that doesn't happen too often. Satellar Knights, it hits Altairs out of their hand. I can't really say more. If they're going for a Vega play and you know exactly what's in their hand, snipe that out of their hand. It shuts their play down completely, makes the deck slower. Honestly, even though it might seem like they search a lot, the deck doesn't really do that much because against the deck it doesn't do much because they usually just call haunted back stuff and their shenanigans continue. Like if you snap an Altair out of their hand while they've like searched it with the Neb, and like they go to summon it, or you think they're going to summon it that turn and you hit that out of their hand, they'll just call that back and get the Neb search as well anyways. I find it really, really weak, despite what you think. But yeah, it's still a good card nonetheless. It's a tempo changer at times, and that's all it really needs to be. What other decks are there? There's not really much else. There's Cliffort, I guess. Volcanics, it hits them pretty well. I mean, it hits the accelerators out of the Volcanic player's hand, but that's about it. Hitting Shellis and Dakray, and there's nothing really else to hit. Against Cliffort, it's pretty okay-ish, I guess. It hits if you use Summoner's Art for a Scout, it hits the Scout out and it makes it irretrievable because it goes to the graveyard rather than the extra deck. You could hit a Scout Search out of the hand like Sacrifice, which is pretty awesome. It also works against stuff like you know, if they search a Helix with Scout, I guess you can do that. It goes to the grave, so it kind of slows them down a bit. But they're kind of all kind of subpar uses for this card, I think. Generally, the reason you're maining this isn't because it's a good one for one card, it's because it's really good against the Necros matchup and happens to be not bad against every other matchup that you'll probably be facing. So yeah, what are your thoughts and opinions on Mind Crush? Do you think it's a definite 3 of this format? Do you think it's a 2 of, a 1 of, a side deck card? What do you think of this card at all? Thank you for watching and peace out.